Good morning, Sonya. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, Sonya. Sonya, when is Easter? When is Easter? I see I see Easter sales going on. When is Easter? Hello, five people. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Whatever time it is where you are. Hey, Spiky. Good morning, Spiky. To all the people in the United States, Africa, Indonesia, India, Ireland, wherever you're coming from. Hey, good people. Good morning. Nice trolls if you decide to come by. You're at work, Sonya. Sonya, this was a good day for me to get back into mornings. Remember, I switch it up. I was gonna try and switch it up because I switch up the way I work out. Sometimes I'll do like mornings for a while, then I'll go to afternoons if the weather permits, if it's good outside, and then I work out at night. Any time of the day is a good day to work out. Sometimes you just have to, work it around your schedule. A lot of times people say they're so busy that they can't work out. Well, when you're busy, just like everything else when you're busy, you find the time to do it. Like you do it March 31st. Okay, and thank you too, Sonya, for watching me from work. What you up to, Spiky? March 31st. Okay. So it's still what? Today's the 12th. So we still got at least a couple of weeks. 1926. Yeah, we got almost 3 weeks. So we got like 2 weeks and 5 days until Easter. Okay. I was just wondering, I see so many Easter sales and I see, so many people promoting. Of course, they've been promoting Easter in the stores since like right before Valentine's Day. They were promoting Easter in the stores. You off today, Spiky? That's good. You know what? I just because of the S, I think it took me a minute to realize that it wasn't Sonya, it was Sassy. But Sonya, wasn't that your name? Isn't it like Sonya at Sassy Sonya or something like that? Yeah, girl, they've been promoting Easter since before Valentine's Day. And then after Valentine's Day, they were all in. So they're kind of doing, y'all, because y'all remember when I was in Dollar Tree and they had Easter, St. Patrick's Day. They had Easter, St. Patrick's Day, and Valentine's Day. They had all three of them. So soon it'll be Memorial Day. They'll start to sell red, white, and blue flags and things like that, which is nice. That's nice. It's nice to celebrate Memorial Day. It's nice. That's a good day of recognition. Sassy is your nickname? Okay, I thought, when I saw it, when you popped up, I saw your avatar. So I saw that first. I didn't even realize your name until after I started to talk to you. And then, the sun hits this phone a funny way when I'm walking in the mornings. But it's good to be back outside walking in the mornings. It feels good. The air seems fresh and it's just a good feeling. So I hope you guys are, whatever you're doing, at some point during this day, I hope that you move for 30 minutes. There are 24 hours in a day, 24 hours. We only want you to move 30 minutes of that time. 30 minutes. That leaves you 23 minutes, 23 and a half minutes to do whatever else it is that you want to do. Just get up and move. You can do it. You can multitask. You can walk around your house. Do a constant walk around your house while cleaning up. And I'm not talking about cleaning up, which that is exercise. But I want you to do 30 minutes nonstop, walking, biking, treadmill, elliptical, something. Something. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? Make sure you move those arms as well as your legs. And hey, it's arm, chest, and back day for me. So I haven't exercised yet. I decided to go ahead and come out here and walk and get it done because I've been busy for the past 3 or 4 days and I wasn't able to do it for a couple of days. Yesterday I came on for a few minutes when I was out trying to pay a few bills and handle a little bit of business and decided to get me some lunch. So I'm back to trying to rotate my time, rotate my walk time with you guys because I'm just, like I said, I work out mornings, afternoons, nights. I just kind of switch it up. But I could be going strong 2 months straight, working out mornings, and just decide, you know what, I'll wait till tonight. But I try to walk parallel to the time that I'm exercising. So I have not exercised yet. Usually I exercise first and I come on here with you guys as my cool down, which we know a cool down is like basically 3 to 5 minutes. But we're on here for like an hour because it's the time to connect, touch base, get in touch with each other, see what we're up to, uplift each other, see what our plans are, see what our goals are. And we talk about that every day because I want to know what your plans and goals are every day. They don't have to be long term. They can be short term. They can be short term. Make them short term and you don't put too much stress on yourself. Make them short term. That way you don't put too much stress on yourself. Whatever you're doing today, it's early for most of us. So take you some deep breaths in and out. In and out. And this is it's like 40 degrees. It's 40 degrees right now. So for weeks, we've been talking about spring, right? And y'all remember, I said we'd get an Easter snap. So I was like, is it Easter yet? Hey, Cool Gamer. What's going on, Cool Gamer? Hey, April Showers. April says, good morning, everyone. Sonia says, today is beautiful. Really? Come on, 2:30. I also have physical therapy at 3:30. Okay, busy day for me. I'm working out later on. Okay. So you're back into your physical therapy, Sonia? That's good. That's good. Hey, Miss April. Hey, Cool Gamer. Welcome into the live. Welcome to the other 23, 30, 46 people who were in here. You can drop down and say hello. You don't have to. Just coming through here, just seeing the live is support. It's support. We appreciate it. Okay. So how long do you plan to do your therapy for this time, Sonia? Is it like 6 weeks, 8 weeks? What's your time set for it this time? Is it for your Achilles? Is it for your Achilles tendon? Yes, it's nice. It's sunny. I told y'all, I still feel like we're going to have an early spring. Mother Nature has proven that. But whether it's early or not, we usually have a little snap. We have that little winter snap. And it's usually around Easter time. So that's why I wanted to know when Easter was, because I wasn't sure of the date of Easter. But Sonia says it's March 31st. So basically 2.5 weeks away from now. So this is probably a good time frame, like right before, right after, to have that winter snap. Winter wants to let us know that it's not quite done yet. It's not quite over yet. 6 weeks, yes, for my Achilles tendon. Okay. I figured it would be like 6 to 8 weeks. But everybody's different. Could be 4, could be 12. But however long it is, I hope it's long enough to get you just right. Hello, how are you? Where are you from? I can't read your writing, but hey, that's okay. You're here, and I appreciate you. You're here, and I appreciate you. Hello. Is it bothering you, Sonia, or are you just doing it for preventative, preventative measures? Do you feel like you just need to? Like, do you feel like, not really bothering me, but I just think I need to do it? It's just like exercising. You know when you when you haven't been exercising for a while, your body starts to tell you. Even with things like exercising, if you're consistent and you do it on a regular basis, when you take a break, your body starts to tell you, I'm ready. Let's go. What's going on? I'm ready. Yeah, okay, Sonya, I found the New Balance that I want. I saw the New Balance yesterday, but the thing about it is they weren't in the store. They were on somebody's feet. They were on somebody's feet. Oh, thank you for the kiss. Thank you. Blowing kisses back to you, wherever you're from. I appreciate that. So I found some New Balance. They were cute. I'm not really looking for cute. I'm looking for more athletic, more durability, and cute never hurts. So they were cute. So I did find they were on someone's feet. And now I've forgotten what she called them. But I think she ordered them online or offline. So ordered them online. But I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to try and remember what she said. I know where she works, so I'll go back by there today and I ask her where she got them from, because they're cute. They're really, really cute. And I complimented her on those shoes. They were cute. Y'all, we gotta compliment each other more. People will see you with something or doing something, they'll go right on and get it and won't even compliment you. It's like they gave you the idea. Compliment the people. Compliment people. To prevent my calf, it gets tight. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. I have some New Balance. Mine's not cute, but they are comfy. Yeah, see, Sonya, that's what I go for. I'm not worried about cute. I'm past the point of trying to buy things because they're cute. Buy things that you just buy things for what you need them to be. You don't necessarily need them to be cute. Now, some people are materialistic. Some people are vain. And if cute and all that comes first, if that's their priority and that's their prerogative. But I just look for comfort. Comfort, something that will prevent your arch from falling, something that will prevent fasciitis, things like that. And of course, stretching and doing those things before you do your activities. Honestly, stretching is what it is, because that's all therapy is for real. They get you in there, they stretch you out real good, and they teach you some exercises to loosen those areas up that need improving or that are giving you trouble. And then they just, after about 4 to 6 weeks, they let you go and let you do it at home. And then once those exercises, kind of like when you're exercising and when you plateau, once those exercises don't seem to work anymore, we go back. Once those exercises don't seem to work anymore, we go back. Once they kind of plateau and we aren't feeling the improvement that we need, or it seems like, it's about to bother us again, whatever it is, we go back, we get some more therapy. They restructure it. And it's all good. It's all good. See, I like, and don't get me wrong, I like cute. I do. In a tennis shoe, I like cute. But when it comes to your feet, that became like number 3 or 4 on the list of priorities a long time ago. Cuteness became like 3 or 4. First is comfort. Second, durability. Because if they aren't durable, they're not going to be comfortable for long, right? If they don't provide durability, they won't provide you much comfort. So first, comfort. Second, durability. And also stability. Because just because certain shoes are durable, that doesn't necessarily mean that it'll provide you with stability, on your feet. So everyone's different. There may be a tennis shoe that 1,000 people says 1,000 people say that that shoe's perfect for them, but then you'll have 10 and that shoe won't get the job done for them. So it has to be comfortable, it has to be durable, and it has to provide you and the shape of your feet stability. So yes, it was, it's warming up. It's warming up. But how many of you guys get that when the weather starts to do this, starts to kind of flip flop on you. It's cold today and it's really warm tomorrow. You kind of come down with a head cold. That was happening. I had to pop a few vitamin C. And the wind is blowing right now, so I'm sniffing, but I had to pop a few vitamin C, more so than the norm. And usually, a lot of times, for a lot of people, you pop some vitamin C, some zinc, some thiamine, some things like that. You kind of get started on those really quick. Maybe take you a shot of an Alka-Seltzer Plus for cold and flu, or some Theraflu, and you can kind of knock those colds out before they really, really start to kick your butt. Sonya says, I will post later to show you what my New Balance looks like. Okay, when my calf gets tight, my physical therapy doctor massages it. Oh, okay, yep. Afterwards, it feels so good. I know, right? It feels so good. So good. Girl, I know. I've been to therapy before. Oh my gosh, it's like when you first start to go, at least for me, the first time I had to have therapy on something, I went and I was like, okay, how long am I going to be here? What are they going to do? But Sonya, it became something I look forward to do. You don't want to have therapy, but once it's been decided that you do need it, if you go to a good therapist, oh my gosh, it's like you start to count down how much longer you have to go. Like, you look forward to going, to getting that, that good stretch, that warm up, that massage, whatever machines that they use, that they put you on. You start to look forward to it. And then when you've been for like maybe 2 weeks, and you're like, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. You're like, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. And then around the 2-week mark, you start to count and say, like, how many more days do I have left? You're like, how many more days do I have left? Because at that point, you don't want to stop going. Yeah, do you want the injury to get better? Of course you do. But there are so many things that they do in therapy that they teach you that you can do at home, and people at home can help you do. But it's just something about going to the professionals. Oh my goodness. It's just something about going to the professionals. And look, I'm like this. Whenever they take a day off, it's like, if I walk in there and I don't see my usual person, and somebody else greets me at the door and they're like, you ready? I'm like, where's so-and-so? And if he or she is off for the day, I'm like, okay, that's all right. But if they're somewhere else doing something, because a lot of times, especially like the head therapist, if you start off, most people start off with them. Then after about a week or two, they send you to the assistant, or they let the assistant start to do your therapy. Good morning. They let the assistant start to do your therapy, and sometimes the assistant just isn't on point. Like, sometimes the assistant they just can't do it the way the therapist does it. But then again, sometimes the assistants are great. So you have to give them a chance. I give them a chance. If I go in there, because I have to realize that usually there's only 1 to 2 actual therapists, actually licensed, therapists, physical therapists. The others are like assistants, kind of like a medical assistant with a doctor. The others are assistants. They've been trained too, and they usually have a license, but they don't have like the license that the head one has. So you go in there, and I'm like, okay, where is so-and-so? And even when they are there and they set you up with someone else, you have to realize that other people are coming who are new. So they have to, assess the new people who are coming in for treatment. And sometimes they just can't get with you. Hey, you. It's kind of like kindergarten. When your mom and dad leaves you for kindergarten, you're gonna be okay. Okay, you're gonna be okay. Now, unless that person just doesn't know what they're doing, that's a whole nother ball game. But you're gonna be okay because the head therapist, they have to treat other people. They have to examine the new people, see what their problem area is, and set up a plan for them. So you can't always see the main one. But oh my gosh, whenever we were scheduling, and they say, well, you can schedule, but you may have to change your days to this, to this, to this if you want to see him or her. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Sonia says, I hope to see the same person last time. She was nice and friendly. Yeah, and that goes a long way too, being nice and friendly. Nice, friendly, and knowing your job. Now, if I had to pick, I could pick one who was really stern and wasn't really a people person, as long as they're good with what they do. Because I just want whatever it is to feel better. So nice and friendly, of course, never ever hurts. We always want that. But yeah, sometimes the head therapist, they have to read in, see what they have going on, develop a treatment plan for them. So you can't always see. I had to think about it. Just like I wanted the top person to see me when I came in, that's how it is. They're gonna see, the top person is always gonna see somebody, and somebody new is always coming in. People are always needing therapy. Whether they hurt their back at work, sports, climbing the ladder and, God forbid, had a little slip. People are always needing therapy. So yeah, after you see the true therapist, physical therapist, that first couple of times, you're spoiled. But again, the good thing to that is, a lot of the times, the assistants have been trained by them. And so they may not be as good, but in some cases they are. Some cases they're better. What's going on, Six Balls? What's going on, Six Balls? Six Balls is back, is in the building. Hey, Six Balls. Look, Six Balls says, hey, Sassy, you're Sonya, right? Yep, that's Sonya, Six Balls. That's Sonya. Sassy Sonya. So yeah, I had to stop being stubborn. I had to stop being selfish, y'all. I had to stop being selfish. When I go in to see the therapist, I had to realize that the therapist, the head physical therapist, even if it's two of them, sometimes there's two, there's like the head one, and then there's the assistant, and then they've trained the rest of them. They can't always see you because they have to have off days, and then they have to train other people who come in, with new injuries, who need to be evaluated and who need to have a treatment plan developed for them. So I had to stop being selfish. But if I can look at the schedule, because a lot of times they'll show you the schedule. If I can look at the schedule and find the time to see the one that I really like, that's what I do. But usually, the time that I did get therapy, there was usually two people that I really liked anyway. So there was always kind of like, if he's not here, I prefer to have her. If Jim's not here, give me Sarah. And if they aren't there, I'm just like, that's not going to be a good day. That's not going to be a good day. Have you guys ever had therapists where it seems like they don't know what they're doing? Like, you may not be trained, but you probably had therapy before, or you've talked to people who've had it, or you just don't feel good. You just don't feel right when you leave. And it seems like they don't know what they're doing. Oh my gosh, Sonya, I'm so spoiled when it comes to that, like seeing a therapist for something. I want to see the same one. Now, unless they didn't make a good first impression. If they didn't make a good first impression, I'm like, give me whoever, give me somebody else. Give me somebody else. I don't want to see this person. I don't think they know what they're doing. And no, I'm not trained to do their job. But when you go to a therapist, you're supposed to, you might not feel better immediately because it's like working out. You're going to be sore. But it's a mental game too. You know how you can just tell when someone just doesn't seem to know what they're doing? Yes, they may be a professional. They may have a license and you don't. But you can kind of just tell when someone either A, they don't know what they're doing, or B, they're not interested really in helping you for whatever reason. So yes, okay, come on, Six Bowls, right. It's okay to request care. And it's so funny how when you request somebody else, they look at you like you're not supposed to do that. Yes, you are. You're your biggest advocate. Look, if you can advocate for yourself, advocate for yourself. You are your biggest advocate. You're your biggest advocate. And if you can advocate for yourself, you darn sure better do so. You darn sure better do so. Because sometimes, and this is no knock on people who have to gain experience. Y'all look at those dandelions. Look at all these dandelions. Y'all know I love these dandelions. I love the dandelions and I love the ant beds. Look at there. I love the ant beds too. And guess what? I'm not going to mess with the ant beds today. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to disturb the ants today. Hey, Tamika. Tamika says, good morning, Lions Pride and everyone. Good morning, Tamika. How are you? Thank you for the 5 thumbs up. Thank you to everybody who thumbs up this live. Subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thumbs me up and subscribe, whichever one you want to do. If you don't want to do it right now, come back later and do it. If you can't do it right now, do it on the replay. But I'm not going to beat you up and badger you about it. Because people do what they want to do. They just do, they do what they want to do. Let them do what they want to do. They be let them do what they want to do. If they don't want to do it, don't get mad about it. Don't fuss at them about it. Don't beat them up about it. Just let people do what they want to do. As long as they aren't hurting you. As long as they aren't hurting you. And as long as you're not witnessing them hurt anybody else. Just let them do what they want to do. But y'all, yes, like Six Paul said, it's okay to request. If you need to make a new request, make a new request. Okay? Sonya says, my cousin has bilateral knee pain. She said her last physical therapy didn't help her, so she found a new therapist and she's feeling better. Yeah. So you have to, you know when something's not working, right? And sometimes it may not be the therapist, but they may need to restructure your plan. So if it's like Sonya was saying, her therapist was really, really friendly and polite, right? So if you can talk to them and they listen to you, just kind of like when you go to the doctor and you want the doctor to listen to you, you want the nurse to listen to you, you want your therapist to listen to you as well. So sometimes, I hate to say it, but this is how it is. And I don't think they mean any harm by it. But sometimes they have say it's knee pain, say it's hip pain, say it's ankle pain, say it's foot pain. Sometimes they start off with a general plan. And the general plan may be okay for a certain percentage of the clients, but the general plan doesn't work for you. The general knee plan doesn't work for you. So they have to change that up. And so you have to let them know, don't do something, don't sit there in therapy and the first week you don't say anything. As soon as you feel like the plan that they have you on is not working, or it could be the first day. If you feel like, especially if you've had therapy before and they're trying to start you off on the path that you've been down before with the same type of, therapy, and that didn't work for you before, immediately let them know, you've been having this problem and that didn't work. The plan had to be changed. You're starting me off on something that has already proven not to be successful for me. That's proven not to work. So let them know so that they can restructure you a different plan. It's because sometimes it's not always the therapist. Sometimes, like I said, they have a way that they have to go through things. They usually have steps. And again, it depends on what you're receiving therapy. If it's shoulder, elbow, arm, whatever the therapy is, they have this general, they have a book or they have a plan that if it's that, they're going to start there. And if that doesn't seem to work, then they'll restructure the plan. So sometimes they'll start off with the general plan and you just have to let them know that they need to restructure the plan. Tamika says, so true. Sassy says, right on. Six Ball says, when I'm at work and customers threaten to cancel, I tell them we're the best, but that's their decision. We'll be here when they come back. People be afraid to make decisions. Right, exactly. But see, Six Bowls, when you said that, you know what? A lot of the times, what you said was so diplomatic right there. But a lot of the times when people are so angry and they've gone from 0 to 1,000, you can give them the most diplomatic advice, and they'll still think you're getting smart. So I'm reading what Six Bowls said, and she says, I tell them we're the best, but that's their decision. We'll be here when you come back. Okay, she didn't get smart, but some people will take that to mean, what is she's being arrogant. How does she know that they're the best? That's her company. She works for them. She's supposed to say they're the best. Well, depending on where you live and how much your experiences, and if you've pretty much experienced whatever area that you're talking about, and you know that the best is there, then you're just honestly giving them, your opinion. And probably there have been more people who come through to tell you the same thing. Well, yeah, I was here and I had to come back over here because they weren't whatever. I thought I would go over there and get better service, better business, and better appreciation, and I didn't. And so Six Bowls is saying that to just say, taking pride in the fact that she knows that they're the best, and most likely you'll be back, because she probably knows that there are only 2 or 3 other people who are going to give you this service, and she probably knows they already have a history of not providing, proper service. So sometimes, though, when people are already just so ticked off, anything you say to them, they'll take it to be, oh, she's being a smart butt, or she's being arrogant. No, she's just telling you. And when you say something like, it's their decision, if you say that to them, oh my gosh, it's your decision, I already know it's my decision. It's so funny because the person's got mad by the end, so they want to pop off anyway. They don't care how nice you're being to them. They don't care how logical you're being with them. They just want to pop off. And then you see them maybe a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, come back. Some of them, they'll have a whole different demeanor, and they'll tell you, I was ticked off, I was mad, but you were right. That's being an adult. That's just adulting. And some of them, they won't say anything because they're a little bit ashamed and embarrassed because they popped off. We've all done it before. I'm sure y'all have popped off on somebody and you saw them later and you felt so ashamed. You felt so ashamed. Look at Sonya laughing at Six Bowls. Six Bowls said, why threaten the council? Just counsel. Right. Why threaten the council? Just counsel. That's just like saying, like, well, I can see I'm being ignored here, so I'm just going to leave. Just leave. Like, why make the announcement? Some announcements need to be made. Other announcements just seem like you're attention seeking. Some announcements need to be made. Make those that need to be made. Some announcements just seem like you're attention seeking. And of course, when you're mad, you're going to say stuff like, I could take my money somewhere else. Y'all have been there. I'm sure y'all have been there before. When you get mad, you say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But when you're the person who's having to deal with that, it gets old. It gets redundant. Like when you're working in customer service and you have to hear that, you probably can't count the times throughout the day you've heard that. It starts to get old. It starts to get redundant. Even if you've done it before yourself, it gets redundant. Cool Gamer says he's doing good today. Six Ball says, hello, everybody. Speaking to Cool Gamer. Hey, Lance Pride, I got to go back to, okay. Go back to make that money, Sonya. Go back to make that money. Go back and do it. I appreciate you for coming through. I've been on here 35 minutes. I'm about to go. It's early. I was trying to get back to, coming on early. Because since last summer, I didn't really rotate. I stayed I did some mornings. And sometimes on my elliptical, I did some mornings. But I started to do afternoons. And it was really, really hot. So we shifted to evenings, and we've been doing evenings ever since July, August. I went on vacation in July, came back, and we've been evenings. We've been the evening shift crew. So yeah, it feels good to be back in the morning. I am Russian. I have been living in America for 1 year. I am 11 years old. Well, let me see. Okraska. Okraska, you're 11 years old. Why aren't you in school? Are you on spring break this week? Sixball says, I had a chiropractor that wasn't doing a good job. Yeah, sometimes, we put our trust in professionals because they've been licensed and trained. But sometimes, every job isn't for everybody. Like, even those who like go to college to get a degree in a certain field, they get out and they start to working. They never just really catch on. Sometimes they have to go back to school for something else, and sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll hang on in there, and they're like, well, hey, I paid all this money to go to school for this. I'm going to, continue to do this. But what they don't realize is you're not really good at it. And when you start to have people leaving bad reviews and bad experiences, maybe you just need to do something else. Maybe you're more skillful at something else. So many times people set their minds to do something, and that's just like in college. Some people change their majors like 2 or 3 times because before they even get the job, they're still in college, and they start to realize like the things that they're going to have to do. Like they may have some upperclassmen telling them about their clinical experience or telling them, about the jobs. They've already taken on internships and stuff. And then they start to realize, or they start to go through their classes and they realize, I don't think I'm going to like that. So they change their major. But for those who, get through college and they still feel like, hey, this is the thing for me, sometimes, and I understand them not wanting to change because you spent all that money or you've gotten that debt and you're going to make this work. But sometimes whatever it is that you want to do, you're not always great at. It's just like a lawyer. All lawyers aren't great lawyers. Sixball says, have a great day, Sonya. Sassy, sassy, sassy. I got to remember to say sassy. I try to call people by the names that they put in the chat because that's the name they want to be called. A lot of times when people change their names, people will continue to call them that. And I understand at first it's a little bit hard. But I try my best to go ahead and do it because you got to, you got to try. You got to try. They change their names for a reason. People change their names. When someone gets married, they decide to take on their husband's name. Their name is changed. Now, if they don't want to, they keep their same name. But when people change their name, they change their name. And I try to go by what they say. But yes, Sixball, there's a lot of people that, like professionals, they've gone to school, they've gotten a degree, they did well enough. They were probably A1 students, like straight A's in college and all that. But when it actually comes to the hands-on part of it, it's like they just never get it. They never get it. Sixball says, yeah, because I know it's sassy already. Really, Sixball on here? Look at that ant bed, y'all. I had to step on that one a little bit. It's sassy already. And that's another thing. So many people on here do have the same name. A lot of people on here have the same name. I want to go a different way, but the sun is just, the sun is sitting over there, and it's beaming. It's beaming. I can see the phone this way. Yep, on YouTube. Okay. So, yeah, that is hard when they have the same name. But I don't know. Sometimes I guess if you look at like, I was gonna say if you look at maybe the avatar may be different enough to make you kind of. Well, I don't know. I think I know a lot of people with the same name. I don't think it's because I know a lot of them with the same name. Sometimes it's just getting used to it. Like you see them and you just want to call them what you used to call them. But I make it a point to say, even if I have to say, I'm sorry, I caught myself or whatever, because, sometimes people just keep doing it and they just keep doing it because that's what they want to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you can help it, don't do that. And you'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get it. Y'all, it was so cold out here at first. It was cold, but now the sun is shining and the wind is blowing. The birds are chirping. It feels good. When I'm gonna do one more lap around here. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna work on biceps and triceps today. Biceps, triceps, chest, and back. So that's what I'm on today. Tomorrow I'll do lower body. Work on lower back. Today I'm doing upper back and chest. Always compliment. Always compliment. If you work on your biceps, make sure you do your triceps. Okay. If you work on your chest, make sure you don't forget the back. You work on your abdominals, make sure you do your lower back. Your quadriceps, make sure you do, you know, your glutes. Just, always compliment. Always compliment. Work on those calves. Do some calf raises. Always do it head to toe. You don't have to do the whole thing in one swoop. Monday, Tuesday, upper body. Wednesday, Thursday, lower body. Cardio every day. Cardio at 5 days for those who don't want to do it every day. Cardio 5 days a week for those who don't want to do it every day. 30 minutes per day. Most resources, good sources, suggest 30 minutes at least 5 days a week. 150 minutes. 150 minutes. And try your best to incorporate it some way. Yep, I did. I did 6 bowls, and it was so annoying because I was like, I know people, they have to get used to it, so you can't be annoyed by that. I know they have to get used to it, but what was so annoying is I almost called you that name. I was like, okay, but you didn't. That's the good thing, you didn't. It's almost like people refuse, but when they, change their channel or their name, they expect for you to abide by that because they changed it for a reason. If they want you to continue to call them whatever it was, then it's no need to change it. And I was like, okay, and you're telling me this and you're repeating the old name, and you're putting that in new people's heads. Like, I changed it for a reason. I want it changed. But it's like people just, and I don't think they all mean any harm or they're trying to be funny, but some of them are. Some of them are, because sometimes, people are selfish. They feel like even when it's the next person, that they should be able to do what they want to do. Cool Gamer came back and said hello to you guys. Yeah, sometimes they just feel like, and I mean, I know it's hard. That's just human nature. It's going to be hard because that's all you've called them by, but it's not that hard. It's not that hard, especially when you take 15 minutes to explain that. I remember this and it's so hard. I always want to call it. I'm like, oh my gosh, can we move on? Like, can we move on? You're going to make a fairy tale out of it. You're going to write a novel about it. But yes, y'all, it feels good. So whatever you're doing today on this wonderful Tuesday, make sure you get up, get out, get some fresh air. If you're able to. If you can't have someone to open the window, you open your windows. If you're at work, you can't get outside, or for whatever reason you can't get outside, have someone to open some doors, open some windows. Let the breeze, let that breeze come through. And again, take you some deep breaths in and out. Whatever your troubles or worries are, try not to let them stress you out too bad. I know that's, again, it's easier said than done. But if you're already stressed, just try to prevent more stress. You already have some issues or some things going on, try your best. You can't, a lot of times we can't change things, but we can, we can try and meditate. We can try to, work on our mental health, our emotional health, those things that are being impacted. So change the things that you can, when you can, however you can. And the things that you can't change, it's hard to tell people what to do about the things that they can't change. But I'll just say, generally speaking, pray about it, because some things you can't. Prayer changes things. Prayer. Um, Good advice. Sometimes you may not be doing something to, or the right things to kind of change or help something change for the better. So accepting good, constructive quality advice and criticism, if that's the case, you know, and working on your emotional and mental state. Do those things. I decided to do another lap and I'm about done. I just can't stop right here. I just can't stand in these people's yards. It's so nice. It's so nice. People are on vacation. You know, some people, they take this spring break week and they have a blast. Other people having a blast is just sitting at home, not having to go to school, taking a couple of days off work, watching Netflix, Hulu, reading a novel, Amazon, or just chilling, just looking out the window, listening to the birds, watching the squirrels. Sometimes that can be, sometimes watching a squirrel chase another squirrel is all you need to get a mental, to get a mental break. Just focus on that squirrel. That may sound funny, but sometimes, I was just talking about when you can't change certain things. Sometimes just imagine, just let some things take you to a different place, even though you're sitting right there in your living room, even though you're laying right across your bed. Have some imagery, like you did when you were a kid. Just imagine, close your eyes, count to 10, count to 5, count down, whatever it is that you need to do, and just picture some really nice things. Picture some really nice places. Allow those things to take you to a place where physically you may not be, but mentally and emotionally you can be there for a few minutes. And whatever the problems that you have, whatever stressors that you have, they won't go away technically, but you can imagine. You can imagine. Imagery does wonders for your mental health. Imagery does wonders for your mental health and for your emotional health. So sometimes, though you can't remove things that are bothering you, sometimes you can remove your mind. Put yourself in a better mental place. So do that. Practice that. If you haven't tried it before, try it. And don't be upset because those stressors will still be there. Don't be upset. Again, fix the things that you can. The things that you can't, pray about them. God has you. Meditate about it. Think about it. Think about the things you've tried that worked and didn't work. And God has you. You have to tell yourself that. And I know a lot of times you'll hear people say they don't believe in that. But that's okay. Let that be them. Let that be them. Again, don't let people stress you. Don't let people impart their beliefs onto you. Stand for what you stand for. Believe in what you believe. And do things the way you do to help you. Because somebody else doesn't believe in something, don't let that bothered person bother you. Of course, they'll tell you they aren't bothered. But anytime somebody's trying to tell you something or beat you down about your thoughts or beliefs, they're bothered. They're bothered. They're bothered. And if they're not bothered, that means they're just cruel. They're just cruel. And it's sad to say, but we probably have a lot more cruel people than we do anything else in this world. We often say the world we live in. It's not the world, it's the people. It's the people. When it comes to the natural things, they are what they are. We have to deal with hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, storms, floods. We have to deal with those things. But other than that, when people say it's the world, it's the people. It's the people. It is the people. I've almost been on here an hour. You don't always have to be on an hour though. You don't always have to be on an hour. It's good to be on an hour. I say 30 minutes to an hour. Some people can only do 15 minutes and they're bored. They have to go. That's it. It's a done deal. And that's okay. It doesn't take that long. Like my grandparents say, it don't take that long to do anything. There are some exceptions to the rule. There are some exceptions to the rule. But whatever you do today, stand on your business. Whatever you do today, stand on your business. Whatever business that is. Stand on getting things right for you, getting things right for your family. See, standing on business doesn't have to be some little cute thing to say. It can be something that's worthwhile. It can be something that's worthwhile to say. Standing on business. Just make sure you're standing on your business. Standing on things that'll help you in life. Standing on things that'll help your family. Standing on things that make you proud, that make you happy, that bring you relief. So you can always stand on your business. Don't be so concerned about standing on business and these cute little cliche ways that they say it. You can always take some of these things that people say that sound kind of cute and funny, think about them, and make them mean something really worthwhile. Make them mean something really worthwhile. People come up with so many sayings, and it's just really to sound tough or to sound cute or whatever. Take some of those things and then make something worthwhile out of them. So stand on your business, whether it be you to clock in today and make your day to add to your check, whether it be to get your home improvements done, whether it be to go back to college and finish your degree, whether it be to find a new job because you've been saying that you want a new job, but you haven't been really, standing on your business to look for a new job. So stand on that today. Stand on something that you've been putting off and saying that you're going to do, and you haven't had the chance to do it, or you haven't made the time to do it. Stand on getting up, moving for 30 minutes today, because you say you don't have time to do it, but you have time to do everything else. You probably have time to sit on YouTube for 3, 4, 5 hours. You probably have time to watch Netflix for 3, 4, 5 hours. You have time to go maybe make you a meal 30 minutes to an hour when you're standing at the sink, if you hand wash your dishes. If you don't hand wash your dishes today and do some leg lifts. Work on those calves. Do something that'll add to you. Stand on your business. Stand on your business on this Tuesday. So we're walking and talking business. We haven't been doing it. We've just been talking about everything, anything, like we always do. But before I get off, if we haven't addressed the title, I want to address the title. Standing on business doesn't have to be cute. Because once so many people say it so many times, it's no longer cute. That's any little saying. Unless it's a saying that's worthwhile, it's quality. It's quality. If it's a quality saying, yes. So I'm going to wish you guys peace, positivity, and prosperity. And I always wish you that. I always will. I wish that to you, for you, and your families. I wish it for myself. Okay? Like I say, without peace, there's negativity. Without peace, there's chaos. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know how I am when I get nosy. Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. And whatever chaos and negativity breed, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. I want us all to prosper to our fullest potential. Your potential may not be the next person's. The next person's may not be the next person. And on and on and on. It's kind of like when you start a sentence. By the time you're at the 10th person, it's something else, right? That's how prosperity is. You all have a different path and a different road and a different understanding of what prosperity is for you. We all know what prosperity is for us. So stand on that. Stand on that business. The business of knowing you. And sometimes just that alone and focusing on that will allow you to stay out of places that aren't meant for you. It'll allow you to go into places that are meant for you. It'll allow you to stay out of places that aren't meant for you, and it'll allow you to go into places that are meant for you. Sometimes that's a big problem for people. Failing to prosper because they continue to go into places that aren't meant for them. They continue to do things that aren't meant for them. So find things that are meant for you. Go into places that are meant for you. Even when I talk about focusing, imagery, it's spring break for some people. If you can't go on spring break, when you're at work, after you're done eating, you got 20 minutes left, just picture yourself somewhere nice and pleasant. At a spa. Doesn't have to be outside. It can be outside. Of course, nature is everything. It can be the beach. It could be a hike. Picture yourself in the wilderness, hiking. Picture some mountains. Now picture a hill. Picture kids playing on a hill. All you can hear is kids laughing and playing, having fun. The most innocent sound in the world. Picture that. Whatever you're going through, picture kids on a hill. Picture your childhood, the happiest times. And if your childhood was tumultuous, picture the way you would like for it to have been. And allow that imagery to take you to a place mentally today that maybe you couldn't go to as a child. Picture yourself in a relationship, whether it's with your friends, your significant others. You know, our relationships go through ups and downs. There's turmoil sometimes. Picture yourself in the perfect relationship. Nothing's perfect, but you can picture it. Just picture it. Because when you start to imagine it and picture it, maybe you'll take some things from your imagination and apply it to your real life. You'll take some things from your imagination and apply it to your real life. Again, picture those kids on the hill playing. Picture the dog running behind them barking. The friendly dog rolling around. Picture squirrels running up and down the trees. You know, just picture it. See yourself just sitting back, watching it all, observing it all, enjoying the scenery. You can hear water. You can hear a trickle of water, a stream. There's a stream behind all of that. All that you're seeing, there's a stream of water trickling over many rocks, a lot of, bush, mush, whatever it is out there. You can hear it though. It's hidden against something so hard, just hard enough that you hear it, but it's not disturbing, it's relaxing. So picture that. Picture that. I have to look around, y'all. Y'all know how I am about these stray dogs. Picture that. Picture not only the kids, but you see their families, their parents, whoever, the adults, kind of going about their day, setting up a picnic scene. The kids aren't even really waiting to eat. They're having so much fun. The parents are going to have to make them come sit down and eat. So just picture something nice. Picture something pleasant. Picture something that'll put you at ease. Picture a beach. Again, picture yourself walking through the wilderness. Picture yourself climbing mountains, mountain climbing. Picture yourself doing something fun, zip lining. Just sit back and picture it. Allow your imagination to take you to a place that maybe you can't physically be right now. It'll give your mind some rest. It'll relax you. It'll relax you. So again, you guys, peace, positivity, and prosperity. Don't let bother people bother you. Don't go into any place with more stress. Don't leave it. You can go in there, but you're already stressed out. Most of us, we have enough stress. So don't leave any place with more stress than you went in with. Don't let bother people bother you. Don't let stress people bother you. Don't allow chaos and negativity to keep you from prospering. Don't allow it. Just simply don't allow it. And when you see that it does happen, when you see that those things do start to happen, if you're in an environment where someone attacks you, or you just don't see any worth in that environment, leave and leave the stress that they were throwing at you right there where it is. Leave it. Don't let these stressed out people stress you out. Don't let these bothered people bother you. Because what we must know, and what some people fail to realize, is that just like you're going through something, nobody has to take your crap. Just about everybody you encounter is going through something at any given time. Some people are going through something a little bit worse than others, but most people have gone through some of the worst things that anybody can go through in life. So don't just think that you can just take your issues and take them out on other people, because everybody's not going to stand for that. Some people will have enough empathy to know maybe his day is just not going well. Maybe her day is just not going well. Some people aren't going to care, because sometimes people use that as an excuse to lash out when things aren't going well for them. Well, you may be mad, but you better go get a punching bag and take it out on the punching bag. Go for a walk. Take it out on that energy. Burn some energy. Take it out on that do something. And then when you do take it out on people, because we're all human, know how to apologize. Know how to apologize. So many people don't know how to apologize. They're too stubborn to apologize for the things that they did wrong. They rather stick in the fact that they have an excuse for what they did. Yeah, there may be a reason that you were in the mood that you were in, but it's not an excuse for the BS that you do. We all snap sometimes because, we're going through some stuff. Learn how to apologize. Learn how to say you were wrong. Don't just say, oh, I was this and I was that. Don't do it. I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live. I may walk again this evening, and I may just see you guys tomorrow. I don't know. And that's the wonderful thing about it. You don't always have to know everything. You don't always have to know everything. And on that note, I'm going to watch these squirrels that I was just talking about chase each other up and down this tree. And I will see you guys later. Bye, y'all.